taking on the New York Jets. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here we go.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And incomplete to open things up.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. Incomplete on the deep ball.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. A give running right is Hall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson. Fields now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. You look at this Buffalo defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go and get to that number 1 spot.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the 1st. So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt.
Formation for the Jets.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he will double the space they had to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
To throw is Fields. That's caught left side, Ruckert with it. The He's home only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Second down and 6 now.
Here we go.
Fields. To the left side, he's got the tight end Taylor. And the Jets are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. First and goal from just inside the 5.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. You talk about this Jets defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. He's got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And it is caught. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. First down, here's the run with Cook. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Elijah Moore, 42 yards. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Here's Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So after the INT, it's Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir from 3 yards out. And the Bills have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Maybe you on that rapid pay the bills. Now I'm finished, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down a hurt.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From the gun, here's Fields. Room here to run. And this turns into a nice game with a slide at the end. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Here we go. Press. Green 19, right. All right.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. The try. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to run with Hall. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. On for the extra point is Folk. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Johnson jostles free. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
Allen going to throw. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Allen. Has his man, it's Shakir. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Allen. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
28 yards the game there on the catch and run. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. You got a green 19.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Fields. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Fields. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A field goal, the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Allen. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Flush to his right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Fields, such an athletic quarterback, gets him the first.
That's good for a Jets. 1st 10 at the 42-yard line.
A toss left side for Hall. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here we go, Scott.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Here we go.
They snap it to Fields. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. And again, it's Allen. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Allen now looks to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone. It was in the wrong spot for the QB.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Fields now to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Alan Lazard, 63 yards. And the Jets use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And that's going to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On play action, Allen. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. But it's not going to work. They go down, and they got him. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
To the air, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Bills first down.
Cook up the gut. And fights through one man. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's Allen. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Looking on the out route, he finds Shakir. take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again in the fourth. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Back to throw, Fields. Taylor there to bring it in on the crossing route. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
They'll run with Hall. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll go again with Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up second and 7. On the toss, it's Hall. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And taken right on the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a first and 10. They'll come up first and 10 here. Here's Allen. They start the drive with Cook. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
This is first and 10.
No much. Don't jump. All right.
Back to throw. Fields. It's caught by Ruckert.
It drives some people crazy to see their those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Second and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Here's second down.
Up. Here we go.
Now Fields. It's complete. Lazard. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Fields. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's first and 10 now. All eyes on Fields. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here's first and 10.
At the 23-yard line.
319. Madden. Go.
Back to throw. That's pulled in by Wilson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
At the 4-yard line.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's across for the touchdown. It's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Here's first down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken